Wow, it's been a while since I last done a every series ranked video. How long has it been? A few weeks at most? Almost a month now? And last time we did the Five Nights at Freddy's series. So now today's the day I have officially snapped because we're going to rank the 27 SML 10 series from worst to best. Yep, I have officially snapped today. So we're gonna rank every single one of the Ken series videos, and I'm gonna give you a heads up because this is a deal breaker for me. Making a video series based on a character who can't even talk, I think there's a reason that I cannot remember a lot of them, and that's because it's more of an inside joke that was kind of funny at one point, but now it's just kind of like, why are we still doing these? I'm not complaining, but I wouldn't really call this one of the best SML series either. Maybe if it stopped halfway, I wouldn't have a problem, but now that they keep doing these series, it's just kind of like, okay then. Anyway, let's get started. We got a long video ahead of us. I haven't been secret about my feelings about this video. The last time I talked about it was in January, so honestly, let's get this one out the way. This video, alongside Cody's hot dog restaurant, woke me up to see how even more pointless Cody's character have sunken, at least for the short amount of time in January. And to me was especially due to Cody's character being dragged down. And I love Cody for being the unique character of the trio, but this video is not only gross, but so damn lazy. There was no effort at all. We start off with Cody having Ken up his ass, and the jelly part almost made me want to throw up. But this plot is the most shallow and bare bone. It's just Ken stinks. The video has so many unnecessary gross out, from Cody having Ken up his ass to a long joke of Cody having poopy pants and talking like a child, to more gross out, and Cody's face near the ending just jump scared me. And lastly, the ending, the abysmal ending of Cody pooped himself, and that's why Ken was stinky. This video is the bottom of the series, and what a beautiful example of character assassination for my favorite character in the show. Think Ken really excels at everything in the worst way. First off, this title is the worst title of them all, because this title does not indicate anything about what I'm gonna watch. At least Stinkin tells me what the video is about. The worst part is that they even admit in the end that they were lazy thinking of a title and they had no idea what to name it. But the title isn't the worst thing about it. My biggest issue is that this video is boring, mind-numbingly boring. It's more torturous than sensory deprivation. The plot is, and let me know if you can follow along on this, Ken is suddenly worth money on the day of a new amusement park is open. The amusement park will literally be open for a few hours and then it will be destroyed by a nuclear explosion. Junior sells Ken behind his back, and 90% of the video is on the red couch with nothing happening. And then Ken is just given back to Junior. Nothing of substance happened, and this video is definitely the most boring video of the series. It's just another video where characters are on the red couch for all the video. And why was this video a Ken video? Ken was just put on here for, I guess, to have a Ken video, except this is the most forgettable one. The only part I liked was the implication that Judas had Ken somewhere else. That's about it. This video is another boring Ken video. Ken gets shredded in the blender, and then this somehow segues into Brooklyn guy trying to give Jonathan to give his toy to Cody, and Jonathan wants a Britney Spears doll. This video is random and completely out of focus. Side note, but the video starts because the characters have to be drained of IQ. Chef Pee-Pee mistakes Ken for a banana and he just drops him in the blender. And then the video goes on with now having Penelope wanting to trade a Justin Bieber doll. What is going on? It's just random equals funny, but the solution is right there. Just go to the damn store. The video wastes so much time with the easiest solution, but instead it drags on with the random fillery scenes that adds nothing. I almost fell asleep watching this, and that's not a good thing. I guess the video had something happening, which is why it's higher than thinking, but it's not a big praise for how boring it is. What even is this video? So Junior has chicken pox, and then sick and tired of Cody saying Ken is real, they fake chicken pox on Ken. Then Cody gets mad at Junior thinking he's kissing Ken. What is this video? The video is just so shallow and just non-existent. It's just Cody getting mad for a dumb reason and then forcing Junior to kiss a girl, or else that means he was kissing Ken. Pure boredom and non-existent plot. I'm sorry, I have nothing else to say. So just chalk this one off to another forgettable Ken video. Star Stricken is just a parody of the Barbie movie. And if you thought Ken wasn't a jerk already, like in Awaken, dumping Cody out of the blue, Ken is even more of a jerk, hanging out with Barbie and being a giant douche to Cody. This is a side note, but what's with all the feet jokes in the video? Like, can we please stop? Anyway, nothing happens. In fact, even the SML wiki are indifferent about this video. So yeah, another Ken video I'm not gonna care to return to. And that's the problem with some of them. With no creativity and just one-note jokes, videos like these become dogpiled on top of the other forgettable ones. We get another video that is incredibly dumb, but I swear this video is too stupid that it's actually almost kind of funny. Ken now suddenly has been cheating on Cody and has a whole new family and has child support. Couldn't be me. I'm dumping them kids on the side of the road. Money goes in my pocket and my pocket alone. My money, my choice. I'm sorry. Also, prepare for a lot of videos where Ken goes to court or just goes to jail, or Cody thinks Ken is cheating on him, because these videos just blend together in my brain. Cody goes to court to sue the family of a different color, and honestly, I have nothing to say. I really don't. This is an example of how the videos used to be clever and simple, and now they're just stretching the concept so hard and making random ideas that just cancels my suspension of disbelief. Cody's acting so stupid and I just fail to find it funny. Cody just whines over and over that Ken cheated, and after all of this, we get the brilliant ending where it turns out Joseph faked the entire thing and this was his plan all along. What a beautiful waste of time. Again, if these reviews feel short, they just give me nothing to work with really. This is gonna be the quickest review. American is so dumb, and I mean a really dumb video. If you notice, the last few videos just kinda gave up on the concept of Ken entirely. The videos used to be so simple to all types of just what? So Ken is Chinese. I'm not even joking. Ken is now Chinese because he was born in China. I couldn't make it up if I tried. So Cody falsifies a marriage to make him legal to stay. I don't even know what to say. We have the longest Judge Poobie segment with over 5 minutes of Cody lying and lying about Ken being American, and it just keeps going. The only reason it's this high is because the concept is so insane, so clinically insane that you wouldn't believe me unless you watch it. And in SML's traditional ending, a stupid ending fitting for a dumb video. Although Uno is a classic card game and you can never go wrong with it though. There's nothing more to say, just another dumb video. Again, we are stretching for titles, aren't we? Again, another video where nothing happens. This time, the plot is Ken is suddenly over 50 or 60 years old, and I like how they acknowledge Ken is in a relationship with a kid, and then they just skip over that. I'm sorry, I gotta calm down. I'm sorry, I gotta calm down. Ken has a driver's license and a credit card, so they use it to buy things. Brooklyn guy being stupid arrests the doll because... Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta calm down. This video did. Hold on. Brooklyn guy being stupid arrests the doll just because he's a grown adult and nothing happens. This seems to be a theme with the last few videos too. We get another Judge Poopy scene, but get it? Because Ken can't talk. I guess for the positives, it's not annoying, but man, the plot is so bare bone, non-existent actually. Seriously. Can we talk about Ken being in a relationship with an adult toy though? Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Okay, this video I have never seen before. I forgot about this video near finishing this script, and that's not a good sign. I remember nothing about this video, so let's see if it's good. It's not that good, I gotta be honest. We see on the news of Dr. Finkelshit showing off his experiment of turning Ken into Frankenstein. Yes, we are stretching for— you know what, I don't care anymore. The only part I remember was Frankenstein's joke of just farting a lot. I guess if you like toilet humor, this will be your video. It's just not for me. Oh, and speaking of toilet humor, the solution is Frankenstein have to shit out Ken. This is a plot. I got nothing. I guess the only part of the video I liked was Brooklyn guy singing the Monster Mash song, which was a nice tribute. And I guess Frankenstein made the video slightly memorable, but even that sentence is just insanely generous. And I guess the stupidity of the video makes it stand out a little bit, but definitely not a video I would ever watch again. Okay, now this one I remember a lot more than the other one. And guess what? It's another video that has nothing to do with Ken. This time, this was made around the time the human puppets became permanent. Cody randomly makes a human ray to turn Ken human, and he turns him into a cat. From this point on, they just kinda try to find the cat. Nothing else. I'm not kidding. Now, this video is undoubtedly boring, and so many scenes shows how flanderized the characters were at the start, like Junior and Joseph being two singular annoying entities, and we got a scene of Tyrone and Judas talking about cats for 2 minutes straight. The only part I found funny was Jackie Chu's cameo, as racist as it was, but the part that made me laugh every time was the crazy ass logic they used to determine what the machine does. Like, how do we go from the color orange to Pepsi to Michael Jordan to Sprite to the pantry? Otherwise, the video is still unremarkable. Well, one of the first dozens in the series. I don't know if this is controversial, but I'm not the biggest fan of this one. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not good. It was around the time during the Newhouse era where Junior and Joseph became flanderized, and they just kinda picked on Cody nonstop. This time, they just sent Ken to space for no reason, and then Cody just cries about it for minutes on end, and then this somehow leads to Brooklyn guy going to space and trying to find him, and then in the end, it turns out he was not there. Yeah, it turns out he was stuck in a tree the whole video. Again, the last few videos have such similar issues that they just don't tie into Ken, or that Ken is not even in the video for most of it. And even then, the characters just stand around and do nothing most of the time. But at least the video has Brooklyn guy here to bring some light and comedy to it. By default, I kinda remember this video, aside from the obvious Ken burns his feet from coffee thing, because who knew that Ken had nerve receptors? That's a twist! But most or almost all the video is just a very long Judge Poopy segment, aside from the fact that Ken is a doll. So this just leaves me scratching my head as to what's the point of the video. There's not a whole lot of things going on. I do remember one funny line from Goodman defending Dunkin' Donuts saying coffee is hot, and it be like that, but like nothing else even comes close to mine. Not even close, and the ending is just Brooklyn guy being an idiot, and they won donuts. A dumb video, but a forgettable one. Okay, this video is middle of the road. Very mediocre. Definitely not good, but not awful. I kinda like this video. At least this one has something to do with Ken, or at least they're trying to protect Ken. Still, Ken does nothing. The point is, at the very least, Ken is somewhat involved. Cody is sent to straight camp, yeah, that'll be the day. And Junior and Joseph are tasked with trying to keep Ken safe from pretty much every manner of harm. The video is equal parts boring and kind of funny, I won't lie. Okay, Cody played no part in this whatsoever, but the things they had to watch out for, like a shark in a pool, or a wood chipper, or even just Chef Pee-Pee. It's not that funny and kind of boring once Cody came back, but you know what? It's not too bad, but it ends so abruptly with a dumb joke. Joseph cooked Ken's legs? Okay. This might be a hot take, but I don't exactly get the love for smlken, and I think the title is accurate for the video. It kind of stretches the name a bit, and the video is kind of stretching the pun. It's about Ken sinking underwater, and so Cody and Junior have to rescue him. But the underwater world is literally just puns on top of puns. So if you hate cheesy puns and jokes, you might get bored and a bit annoyed. But I guess if you love puns, you might like this video. Me though, I am in the complete middle. Some of the puns make me chuckle, like seahorse and the pool shark, but others are just terrible puns. Minus the one note humor, the video is just kind of boring, but not too boring. I do appreciate the effort of the both hilarious and intentionally bad Photoshop job and the effort to make the video, but for a video concept, it's not bad, but it could have been better if it was a Jaws parody instead of just stretching a pun for almost 10 minutes. It's not too bad of a video. In fact, it's just average. Awaken is honestly very decent, with a slight boredom at the start because it takes about 5 minutes for the part of the video to finally come. You know, Ken turns alive. My favorite joke is Thomas coming alive and immediately wants to commit train derailment. I will say the highlight was the montage, or the gay montage as Cody calls it. And yeah, it's gay. Like, really gay. Like, what is this video I'm watching? The ending always confused me a bit because I was like, why did they switch the tone so fast? Like, Ken being gay to liking girls on a whim, and it tries to treat it as a semi-serious moment with the sad music, Cody being sad. It doesn't really make me feel anything. I mean, I kind of feel a bit bad for Cody, but at the same time, not really. I did like the funny lines in between the jokes, like the Straight Buddy song, Cody quoting Star Wars. The video's okay. A very simple video, but it could have done a lot more without the filler in the first 5 minutes. John F. Kennedy. We are stretching for titles, aren't we? But yes, this is the latest Ken video today. And honestly, it's, I guess, unique, not memorable, not something I'm really gonna go back to, but it was okay. The plot is literally self-explanatory, you know, it's a parody of the John F. Kennedy conspiracy theories and all that stuff, you know. I guess if you're a conspiracy theorist fan, you'll like this video, but for me, it's just kind of like, huh? Anyway, it's more of like a whodunit situation, and then it turns out that we never find out who did it, although it was kinda Junior, I guess, if that's what the ending's implying. Everything else about the video just did not need to exist. The only other thing I can compliment is that, you remember when I said how I wish SML would do flashback instead of the Nintendo animations? Well, they actually did that here, and that is a big plus. Honestly, I prefer that than the animations, but otherwise, this video is really forgettable and not something I'm gonna go back to. Also, when Timmy returned, I think I had the biggest Vietnam flashback of my entire life. I don't want to be reminded he exists. Okay, I was debated on this one. I remember at one point I didn't outright hate the video, but I didn't like it because I remember not liking Junior since he was the cause of well, everything by knowingly and continuing to shrink things, annoying everybody, and just outright making the plot in the video longer. And Ken served no purpose outside of an object just to get shrunk near the end. And while that is the case, and I kinda hate Junior in the video, there were some funny moments, like Black Yoshi's watermelon getting shrunk and crying about it, Chef Pee-Pee complaining about his small hot dog, and Brooklyn Guy's small roll was just hilariously sarcastic. Oh, and the blooper at the end of Cody's eye falling off and the sudden cut was the best part. And then at the end they forgot to unshrink Joseph and they never fixed them. So the funny moments I enjoyed kinda outweighed the moments where I got annoyed and a bit sick of Junior. So thankfully it's not as bad as I thought. Broken Up was honestly alright. Not a video I'm ever gonna watch again unless I'm really bored, but it's alright. It's the generic plot of Cody thinking Ken is seeking somebody else. Like really, how many SML videos revolve around that same plot? And sure, a few Ken videos before did this, but they were creative or had some funny humor. In this video, it's just Cody being an idiot. He thinks Ken is cheating on him, he gets sad, he gets fat, and then he lose weight. I mean, Cody doesn't even do anything about the situation other than just to act sad and salty about it. And the biggest issue is that the video is boring because nothing else happens. It's nothing special. But what does redeem the video is the fact that the video has a few funny moments. Tyrone treating fat Cody like a zoo exhibit. There's the part where they were censoring the swear words and then out of nowhere they forgot to censor one. I can't tell if Logan forgot to censor that word or maybe it was intentional, but it made me laugh. And while a short scene, Cody beating up all the toys was mildly amusing. Still not a video I would really go back to, but it's a decent one. Wow, okay, heartbroken, oh boy, I think my feelings over this video has slightly waned over the years. I used to think this video was bad with pretty much nothing funny and worth liking, and I was more focused on the adult humor more than anything. Now don't misunderstand, the creepy and sexual undertones are never the highlight of the video, and practically every sentence out of Cody's mouth is another gay joke. And yes, the adult humor is the biggest reason people say this video is bad, with all the innuendos involved in it. The hot dog scene never fails to make me look away. And lastly, a minor thing, but Cody does nothing in the video except cry. So yes, while the adult humor does definitely hurt the video, when the jokes aren't as creepy or disgusting, there are some borderline funny moments that do keep the video a bit funny. There's Cody being disgusted over having to kiss a girl, the part where Junior just instantly solves the plot by throwing away the girl doll, and there's the funny joke of how Joseph failed to prank anyone, and Junior's comment about the dinner scene was really gay. While I still think the over-the-top creepy humor still hurts the video, some lines and small moments elevate it to a somewhat decent video, so it's just okay. Let's ignore the fact the video sounds similar to Taken, the video where Ken gets kidnapped, but this video is about Ken being a potential choking hazard for Cody. You're like 5 years too late on that. I should mention this video took place after the two-parter episode kinda of Cody having step-parents and Tyrone and Judas got divorced, and then the show never went anywhere with that. I'm just pointing it out. The parents lock Ken in a safe and Cody desperately wants to get him out. Cody takes the safe over to his friend's house, and this was where I began to hate the video. The middle section is like 4 minutes of Junior and Joseph arguing over and over what the password is to the safe. They even locked the safe after too many attempts. Thankfully, that's the only part of the video I didn't like. I did love the solution of how they just threw the safe out the window. Now, in my opinion, the funniest part of the video is Tyrone. Just look at his face when Cody acts gay around Ken. Tyrone even has a funny line at the end saying, "He's not my kid." Despite some boring moments and the video is barely about Ken, it's one of the more kind of funny videos, so it's alright. This one I almost forgot existed, and it does have a shallow plot, with Cody thinking Junior killed Ken. Junior is sick and then he throws Ken because why not? So, in a fit of anger, Cody decides to murder someone Junior loves. And I'm not joking about that sentence. Cody isn't joking either because bro pulled out a paintball gun, or I think it's a paintball gun. Let me tell y'all, I've been to a paintball shooting gallery one time. Never again. Even with armor, the feeling of being shot by a paintball gun is ungodly. Cody tries to kill Chef PP but he fails. Cody then almost kills Joseph by drowning him in a toilet, and the reveal was funny, but by far the most memorable scene is Cody putting skates on the stairs, attempting to make Bowser fall down the stairs, and instead he flips in the air and shreds down the rails. How many takes did they do to make that perfect? I'll admit the video kinda ended in the last minute, but for a video of Cody being dumb, it had a lot of comedy. Cody trying to be intimidating by breaking a pencil, there's Chef PP's comment about his real name, Joseph drowning in a toilet, the Bowser skating scene I mentioned, and even the ending where they point blank tell us what the title means. So it's one of the more better videos. And you know what? I wouldn't mind watching it again. If you guys don't know, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. On God. I grew up with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I have so many memories of playing the PS2 games, the Ultimate Spider-Man. Maybe at some point I might play the PS5 one. Maybe. Anyway, out of all the SML videos to do parodies of movies, this one is my favorite. Now, while if one thing I'm not too crazy about is Cody just blazing through the movie with exposition and skipping all the important parts, I mean, I get it. The movie's 90 minutes and the video's only 12 minutes. I get it, but at least they could have done more of the important moments. And they do, but maybe they could have done a bit more. And for the ones who haven't seen it, they might be confused, but like, the movie's 20 years old now, so it's a classic. With that minor comment out the way, I did like the faithfully reenacted scenes. I love how Doc Ock's reason for being evil isn't because of the arms, but because he got the wrong pizza and got no refund. I like the reenactment of the train scene, and they even added the Tobey Maguire scream. Again, the only part I didn't like was them explaining the emotional part of the movie with Peter not wanting to be Spider-Man. Again, we've seen the movie and the video could have done a lot more than just exposition. But back to things I like. The funniest part was the play with the random Deku appearance out of nowhere. Still faithfully made to the movie, not frustrating. That's all I gotta say. This video was just fun. Well, Ken turns into a chicken. No joke. So the Australia forest fire is the center of the video and Junior wants to help. It's kinda weird seeing Junior be caring after so many videos of him being a jerk. But hey, I dig it. Cody then invents a machine that turns objects into animals. And while Ken served no purpose in the video at all, the video is too damn funny. Chef PP turning into a sloth and him speaking so slowly would regularly be annoying. And while it did drag on a bit too long, it's nowhere near modern day SML filler. There's Junior turning Ken into a chicken, and then Brooklyn guy eats him, and then Junior reversed the effects, and then it's shown that he was eating plastic parts. But the best scene was them burning the chicken puppet with this big ass, no visual effects, no CGI, real looking fire. And I did like Junior telling Cody to climb the giraffe just to make him be far away when he tells him that he shrunk Ken. The video's a bit weird, but the comedy made it so damn funny. Ken had no reason to be here other than plot, but chicken is one of my favorite Ken videos. And now we have the first Spider-Ken. The Spider-Ken series is one of my more highly praised series, although does it really count as a series if it's like 2 videos? Maybe not. Obviously, it doesn't rival Summer School or Military School, but maybe top 10. And I'm kinda excited for Spider-Ken 3 with maybe Venom. Fingers crossed the series didn't suddenly die. Spider-Ken, like Spider-Ken 2, is a short retelling of the first movie. And I do think the first movie is the weakest of the Tobey Maguire ones. I mean, have you heard the romantic dialogue between Peter and MJ? They have no chemistry throughout the 90-minute runtime. 90 rom-com dialogue. Ugh. Regardless, the SML video has Ken bitten by a spider and he turns into Shocker! No, Spider-Man. Now, just like part 2, I still wasn't a fan of them again explaining and blazing over the important parts of the movie, but thankfully it wasn't as much exposition. I love how Goblin is this Saturday morning cartoon villain like, ooh, your light bill's gonna be atrocious and your water bill gonna go up too. It cracks me up every time. I also love Tyrone snitching on himself on the news and then takes back everything when he realized he's recorded. The upside down kiss scene was a bit weird, but it makes sense. My favorite moment was the recreation of the ending of Joseph Goblin killing himself, and I did love the outtake of Logan accidentally stabbing Pablo with scissors, and Pablo was mad at Logan. Overall, a good parody of the movies, and again, I eagerly await Spider-Ken 3. Spoken on God puts Awaken to shame. Whenever I think of a video where Ken comes alive, this is my first thought. Junior and Joseph continues to make fun of Cody and saying Ken isn't real, despite, all the other times they debate whether or not he's not real. After some accidental magic, Ken vows to kill both Junior and Joseph. Now, the video did make us wait till near the end for Ken to become alive, and that is the biggest letdown of the video. I really wish he came alive halfway, but it was worth it for the small horror segment. Even better, Ken raises a good point. Why is Cody still friends with Junior and Joseph when they make fun of him and his mom all the time? Realizing Ken is evil, they burn him to ashes. And I once heard that Logan said they damn near burned the house down and the smell was unbearable. But it is a very memorable video of Ken being alive. Though, just one thing, I love how they talk shit about Ken not being alive. If Chucky could come back to life so many times, don't think Ken can either. Just saying. Another Ken parody, obviously Taken. After a really descriptive intro of Cody describing what he did to Ken last night, you know what, it's best if you didn't know, it's not worth the headache. Ken somehow calls Cody only for him to get kidnapped. And I did love the twist of the famous "I don't know who you are" speech, the gay version. Cody is obviously sad and they try to investigate what happened. This leads to a weird moment of checking on what Tyrone and Judas were up to. Again, it's best if you don't know. Going back home, they see Ken's pants is on the stairs, and if you listen closely, you can hear Cody ranting about why are the videos always in 720p. That was so random, but that was so funny. Speaking of funny, Cody also breaks all of Chef Pee-Pee's fingers. I mean, we ain't never gonna let Chef Pee-Pee go near another stove again, so it's probably for the best. Cody is about to give up when he realizes he recorded the voice of the suspect, and then it's revealed that the kidnapper was Joseph. I did like Joseph's exclamation of how he managed to kidnap Ken while going to Cody's house and back home, all in the span of 1 minute. But then it turns out Joseph never had Ken, and then we get another twist where it's shown that Judas thinks Ken is her toothbrush. Okay then. Weird ending aside, this is pure comedy. The video is just so funny with every character having a moment to say a few lines. A stellar parody with some of the old SML humor sprinkled in. One of my favorite SML videos of all time. Broken was the first episode ever in the series, and the Ken plots were very simple. In this one, Cody is just sad because Ken fell off the stairs and broke in half. And yes, the video is one repeated joke. So you might be asking yourself, what makes this video different from other Ken videos that have single jokes? Well, in this one, while Cody crying and saying in half is repeated, it's the fact how the video changed the joke each time. The video changes the joke so it's not just the same joke every time. Instead, it uses the twist to heighten the jokes. It escalates from Ken breaking in half to a random show called Cutting Things in Half to the fact an exit sketch somehow was written in half. It's good humor. Plus, Junior and Joseph, they're not being jerks to Cody or making fun of him. Sure, they're not happy about Cody crying, but they are trying to help. Also, the funniest part was Chef PP thinking they were doing something else. There's also Brooklyn guy purposely putting on a fake montage on trying to fix Ken. He just goes along with this whatever the fuck situation. And then in the end, they kind of fix Ken, but the plan fails. This is just a classic in the Ken series. And seriously, I love this video. Who would ever thought a sequel would be better than the first video? The first video was second place. It is certainly short and funny, but this video is the funniest Ken video out of all of them. The video is about Cody thinking Ken cheated on him for Junior. So it repeats the plot of Cody thinking that Ken cheated, just like in Heartbroken or Broken Up or Chickenpox. Seriously, how many times did this happen? But obviously, this is the best one out of all of them. What starts off as a simple accident just becomes stupid and coincidental. Ken falls on the floor and Cody just so happens to see Junior grabbing him. Junior spills a drink and Cody just so happens to see him try to grab him. Though this one never made sense. You could just get a napkin, bro. The video continues with Cody clearly overprotective and jealous, and Cody has enough when he sees him in bed. It's complicated. Why I think it's better than the first video is the humor is just much stronger. Every character has a funny line. The way Cody is acting is petty and delusional in a funny way than annoying. Cody thinks Ken is cheating, and I will say Cody crying does become a bit much in the end, but the video just keeps getting funnier. With Cody getting a Stretch Armstrong toy as a rebound, Joseph saying this video is too gay for him, but my favorite scene is Junior making Cody hear him break up with Ken, and it's honestly a funny and clever way to finish the video. Also, I love how Bowser randomly wears Chef Pee-Pee's outfit. We never got an exclamation, but okay. Regardless, one of my favorite SML videos of all time, and one of my favorite Cody videos of all time, and my favorite Ken series video of all time. So, which is your personal best and least favorite Ken video? I would ask what order would you put them in, but it's 26 videos, so you might have a hard time. Feel free to let me know. And with that, I will see you all next time.